All right, welcome back to the Fantasy Football Wire. We got Mike, regular guest appearance, and then we got special guest, aka Undefeated, aka number one, I think, right? Number one, Andrew
Yes,
Vargas.
sir.
Hey, what's up,
Yes,
man?
sir. How's it going?
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So we got that. We got Mike. Mike's been here, had a hard loss. We'll go real quick into it, man. Let's go into Monday Night Football. That was not fun. But let's do this. Sure. All right. So Monday Night Football sucked, right? But that's the game that decided your guys' game pretty much, right?
Yeah, we had a couple of players playing, for me at least.
Who'd you have playing? You had
I
Pollard.
had Graham Gano. Yeah, I had Tony Pollard playing for Dallas, and then I had Graham Gano, the kicker from the Giants.
Damn, dude. You had the best kicker of the week, I bet. Because Gano
Well,
made all
shit, what started off with -1 already, and I was like, oh, man.
What'd Gano get? Gano
He ended
had
with 14, I think. 16,
he had 3 kicks and they had a 50-yarder in there too. 10 points. Yeah, man. That's the dude for you. Pollard did just enough, right?
Yeah, just enough to get through. I mean, that committee in the backfield right there for them. You never know who's going to get those touchdowns, but he got me enough yardage to wiggle me through.
Man, 100 yards. How many catches did he have? Yeah, no, I saw him get a couple. Oh, he had 0. He had a couple targets. That's about it. Oh.
Yeah, they had a couple screen passes they threw to him, but, I mean, they kind of blew all that up and stuff like that on that defensive end for them.
So we'll make it real quick. Mike, what's your overall takeaway from this terrible Monday night matchup? If you looked at it from a fantasy perspective, on both sides of the ball, what were you looking forward to, and what actually paid out?
Basically, I didn't have anybody playing, so I wasn't looking forward to it at all. I was only 4 points. I was only 4 points away, or 4 points for the lead, and then he had 2 people playing, so I knew it was going to be bad for me. But I mean, the biggest takeaway probably from the game itself was the kicker. I mean, he had a pretty good game, I thought.
Only one to make points up there, so I mean, I get it. But Barkley and Gano, the only two you can take away from this whole team. On the Cowboys side, CeeDee Lamb, still CeeDee Lamb, and then that rushing backfield is just a toss-up. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you gotta hope it's on your side if you got Pollard or Zeke over here. So not bad. You know what? We'll make this real easy for you guys. Let's go in to your guys' matchup. That was a dope game to watch. If you were like keeping track of it, you got to see some real close stuff right there. So let's see. Where you at? Let's see. Oh, this is for this week. Oh, Mike, I can't wait to play you this week, by the way.
Yeah, you shouldn't be looking forward to this week at all.
You know what? We'll talk about it later, Mike. I'm tired of your attitude already. That's what I'm thinking.
5 minutes. What are we? 5 minutes in? I'm already sick of you.
Already sick of you.
Jeez.
All right, here we go. All right, can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so pretty much, man, this is your guys' game. This was a great game. You know what, Andrew, since your first time, man, why don't you tell us how you thought this went down?
To be honest, I mean, just picking roster spots for my guys, man. I mean, I have a lot of flexing options I can put out there. I mean, with running back heavy in this draft, I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is setting up a lineup, trying to get somebody in there that I think that's going to do good. I mean, trying to, get matchups going and stuff like that. But I knew it was going to be a tough game. I told you guys on the last one when I called in that it was going to be a, 5 points, give or take, to Mike or me. But I mean, my kicker came out, had a couple 40-yard field goals, that helped me out a lot. I mean, Swift kind of hurt me a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Luckily, I handcuffed him early in the draft, and got Jamal Williams with that. I'm kind of grateful for that because if not, I know all you guys be hounding for him right now. So I'm trying to keep me hurt. But, I mean, I thought it ended up well. Like I said, I mean, nobody likes going into a Monday night game, especially whether you're down 5 or you're down, just minimal. Because you never know what's going to happen, especially with those two teams playing like that, man.
I had a question for you, Peanut. Were you nervous when you were playing Russell Gage?
To be honest, it was a last second thing. I was like, man, I don't think I should start him, but I mean, going against our secondary over there, I thought he would be a good fit for me this week. And I mean, I didn't think he was going to blow up like he did. To be completely honest, I don't want to say, hey, I knew he was going to do that,
And
but
that was with 2 fumbles, right?
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I for sure knew he would give me at least, minimally 10 points, give or take on our defense. But I mean, hey, extra is always good for me.
So, hey man, congrats! You're undefeated. One of the last 2 undefeated teams out there. Now on to the losing side of this one. Mike, what were you going through, man? Your team went through everything that week. Looked like you had it. It was getting close, and then at the very end, man, it didn't come through. So tell us how you felt.
Well, it doesn't help that both your starting running backs get 7 points altogether. Montgomery goes down the first drive of the game. That definitely doesn't help. Joe Mixon, I don't know what was going on with him. The second string running back comes in, gets like 17 points or something like that. So he's got 6 for me. That doesn't do anything. I'm pretty much the only person I pick up golf thinking he's going to do something. He doesn't do anything. Cousins is on the bench. He gets 18, but that's not going to help me. Pretty much the only person that did something for me was Hollywood. Hollywood Brown was the only one that did. Cooper Kupp, 16 points for your average fantasy team, 16 points for a wide receiver, PPR. A lot of people are happy with that. That's a bad game for Cooper Kupp. 16 points is a bad game for Cooper Kupp. And Hollywood Brown, like I said, he's the only one. 28 points with no touchdown. So shout out to him. He kept me in it, but still took the L. I got an easy matchup next week, so I'll bounce back.
Damn.
All right. I see.
Throwing shade.
I see what you did there. Mike, I hope one of these days you come home and all the fish are all like just out in your yard and it smells. You can't get the smell away. Like that's what.
We'll have a fish fry.
No, it'll be bad fish, man. You know what? Don't worry. I got some for you. I'm sick of you already. Sick of you. Hey, but this was a good. I was looking at it. Biggest surprise, Montgomery got hurt. He's still iffy to come back. I'm hoping he comes back, but it looks like he might not. Even if he does, might not be too productive. Rashad Bateman, that was a shocker. I thought he'd have way more points. I think one of the other biggest surprises, especially for Peanut, was Swift going down early, and he wasn't doing like a lot from the beginning. He was kind of just getting like, I don't know. They were giving him the ball, but he wasn't getting a lot with it. It looked like Jamal Williams was killing it. So you got him on your bench, man. That's got to be sweet to feel pretty confident.
Oh, yeah. It looks good. It looks good when I'm just able to sub my number one in with another number one when he took over. So we'll see how long he's out. I don't expect him to be out too much. Hopefully get to maybe a healing week after this actual injury, maybe 2 weeks out, get him back right, see how they come back.
Yeah, man, for sure. So question for you guys. Who do you guys think's the biggest letdown so far this year in fantasy football?
Are we talking about person? Are we talking about player? Are we talking about team in general?
I want to talk about players in general. Let's start with week 3. Like, who was your biggest week 3 letdown when you were looking back at it? Was it someone on your own team, someone on someone else's team?
I mean, my biggest one would be Swift, of course. I mean, I just, him not being healthy for me, especially being my number one pick and stuff like that, that's always hurts people, As for that, I expected an injury to come from Swift, just not this early,
That sounds like it's not serious, so it's not too bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what about you? What was your biggest letdown so far in week 3?
Honestly, I want to say Montgomery, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say a Golf. Golf was probably the biggest letdown because he's coming off a 27-point game, and he's free. Nobody has him. And then you pick him up, and you expect him to pretty much, at least do the same thing just because of the fact that he had a great game and nobody has him. So you expect him to keep the momentum up, and then he just falls apart. So
Man,
that's probably my –
I think Goff did golf kind of like you expect him to get, right? And I think it's crazy. Jefferson didn't get like anything, man. That dude was getting clamps put on, bro.
I did not expect him. I expected him to go loose.
Even at the end, dude, it was close. They're coming at it. I was like, oh, yeah, Jefferson's got to get a deep one. One of these throws. Got nothing, dude. He was getting locked down all game.
I expected Golf to do good because Minnesota wasn't. They had a terrible game the game before too, so it was like I expected a lot more, and it just wasn't there. So
Who knows? Maybe the Lions are actual team this year. All right. So the next question I got for you guys: biggest surprise this season, player wise. Like, who's someone that you either expected way more from and didn't get it, or who's someone that's just outperforming their draft value at this point?
Biggest surprise. I mean, it can go either way. Lamar Jackson, contract year, denied a contract, and now he's lights out, man. I mean, this guy's wanting to get paid. This guy's going to come out with his stats he has, man. It's crazy. I mean, even though, he has interceptions. He had the fumble, a couple games back. I mean, even with those things happening to him, bro, he's putting up these big 38s, 40s.
Yeah, and almost a lot of leagues, like almost every league I'm in, people that have Lamar or Hurts, like those two are like the ones winning it for him every week. So it's got to be nice. If you got those two, if you got either one of those two, you're doing pretty good. Mike, what about you? Biggest surprise so far this year?
I'll go on the opposite end. Biggest surprise, like downgrade wise, is probably Ezekiel Elliott. I thought he was gonna turn it around this year. I thought he was gonna be all right, and it has not been going good. He went from like a top tier running back to, now it's a committee backfield, and it's like that was crazy to me. That was a big surprise.
Even after last night's game, you still don't have a lot of faith going in him going forward?
I don't see it. No, I don't see him. Maybe like he'll have. I see him having games. Like games. But I don't see him going. 20 points a game like he used to for the next 6 games. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, you know what though? The committee's not a big surprise in that backfield. They're always been kind of more, at least every year it seems like it's more leaning toward Pollard, a little more toward Pollard, and then this last night we saw him get more carries.
That's a big surprise for me considering what he used to be.
Yeah,
but you got to think about it, bro. I mean, every single backfield you look at now, started from a couple years back. You had a number one true back. I'm talking about workhorse. You're going to run him first, second, third down. As this league's evolved, man. You have third down backs come in, for pass situations and stuff like that. But now every single team you got 2-3 running backs on that committee. If you look at every single team, between Green Bay's. Now KC's doing it. You got Detroit. Everybody has that 1 to 2 to 3 backs that can go in there and make the run, for them.
All right.
Yeah, except the Niners, you know what I mean? Because the Niners are always hurt. So it's not a committee. It's just injuries, that happen with that. So they just have to step up.
Yeah, good thing with the Niners though, they have so many running backs. Everybody could get hurt. They'll be fine. So on to that. Speaking of the Niners, one of my biggest letdowns isn't a Niner, but it's someone that just beat them. Russell Wilson, man. Even though they won the other night, I still think he's been the biggest letdown. You expected so much. He has weapons. He supposedly had a coach that was like offensive minded enough to get him, making big plays. And they're going check down, a couple deep throws. Like it's been such a weird offense to watch. I've been more let down with him and that production of that offense, especially in that division. It's just nothing what you expect.
Yeah, I expected a little. I didn't expect too much from him. I look at the receiving core and stuff like that from Seahawks, and what he had previous to what he has now. And I didn't see crazy amounts. I'm like, oh, this is going to be really bad. But I didn't expect him just to jump in over there with the Broncos and expect everything to go well for him right off the get. So, having that, their running game isn't too crazy where they're bringing everybody up on that so they can get some deep passes going. But I just don't see him until another maybe 3 weeks getting in with that whole offense and actually getting stuff rolling.
As a DB coach, shout out by the way, big win. As a coach, man, if you were coming up against Russell Wilson with Seattle and Russell Wilson with the Broncos, which one would you be more worried to play?
Oh, definitely Seattle. Seattle. You have slot receivers as Tyler Lockett and stuff like that insides. That's hard to cover. Now you're asking them, especially if you're going to be in a zone coverage, you're asking linebackers to drop in coverages and zones and stuff like that. You got the over the top with, Metcalf, that you have to go and actually put a little game plan in for that. As for the Broncos, I mean, you got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, those guys. But those guys are, they're true slot receivers right there. Jerry Jeudy goes on the outside, but they're not those two guys.
How would you grade the receiving corps between Seattle and the Broncos? Would the Broncos be B, and then Denver would be C? Like neither of them in the A.
You're
category.
talking about this year,
yeah,
or last year?
Either one, because really nothing's changed other than the quarterbacks, right?
Well, shit, that changes a lot.
Well, yeah, but
changes a lot.
But I feel like the receiving core in Seattle was so much better than the Broncos receiving core, and you just expected the Broncos to kind of just fill that Lockett and Metcalf role, and it just nowhere near it. I think we're trying to realize that receiving core isn't what it's cracked up to be.
And that's the crazy thing. People thought, like you said, I mean, him going over, they're getting an upgrade at quarterback, but I mean, it's not, they're not getting the best receivers that they had, compared to what he had over there in Seattle, which again, they're decent receivers, but I don't think that they're a Metcalf and a Lockett,
Yeah. So since I got you guys, we're about to close it up. Do you guys want to close anything with your guys' respectful favorite teams? I've got a Packer fan that just won. We got a Raider fan that almost won. I'm a Niner fan that almost won. Really, we just gave it up at the end, but it's nothing crazy, on the next week. Anything you guys want to add before we close it?
I want to add you sneaking in these trades.
Oh, well, that's on the next segment or the next.
Hey,
episode.
you know what's crazy? What's crazy, man? I came in with the biggest losers of this week and stuff like that. And I was planning on throwing your name out there until I started looking at your lineup, and I was like, "What the hell is this guy doing? He got some new players."
Yeah, some new players.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a nice little slick trade you guys do there, man. I've seen the couple between Willie and DJ and you and Sean, and you guys are slicking. How you little slick throughs on those?
I'm not gonna lie. Last week we did some podcasts, and I tried to avoid the subject as much as possible because I don't want to have anyone else thinking like, I should have vetoed that trade. I was trying to stay so quiet about it.
It says right here, look, on my page, I said the biggest losers. I says everyone in the league not vetoing these trades, and I had Willie and DJ's and Mamitas and Sean's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was. Let me tell you, man. I was going into this week actually expecting my team to still hold off DJ, but DJ, man, it was a rough week for everybody. It looked like people that should have scored in the 150s, 160s, really, were scoring barely in the hundreds. Like off week for me, sure. My team took an L, but I do have a better team going forward, and I think that was kind of a one-off. Hill should come back,
Man, oh man.
Hey. I think you're in trouble. I think it's just downhill from here. Well, you got upset of the week. You're facing fucking true number one in the league, and it's bad for you.
Oh, see. You know what? This is why Mike's not going to be on the next episode right here. We're just going to cut him out, place him. No way.
He had his chances, huh?
That was it. His last straw.
You can't come after the guy that's in charge of the podcast. I mean, that's suicide, right?
Yep. You just ruined your career.
Unless he's wearing a Niners hat, bruh.
Yeah, if you wear a Niners hat right now, bro, I'll put you back on.
That'll never happen. I'll put it in the fire pit. That's the only thing I'll do with it.
You know what, Mike, I'm playing you this week. Right?
Yeah, you guys going this week.
Let's make a bet. If I win, I get that Costco hat.
This is an employee hat. You can't have one.
Oh,
But
Hey.
I could
we're not confident.
buy you one. I'll buy you a Costco hat.
No, I want the one off
All
your
right,
head.
check this out. You a deal then. If I win, next podcast you doing a Raider hat.
Can't do it. That's too steep.
That's what I thought.
Too steep. This had nothing to do with the Raiders. This was about Costco.
That's what I thought.
and
That's what I
recognition.
thought.
You just ruined it.
You confident enough.
This is why your career is never going to make it.
He said he don't want to. He said he don't want to wear a Raider hat because they're 0-3, bro, and they got
That's
the best receiver in the league.
so much worse than my fantasy team and my actual team. So that's so much worse.
Second best receiver in the league.
Who's the best
Man.
receiver in the league?
Best receiver in the league?
Who?
Cooper Kupp's the best receiver in the league.
Oh,
Stephon Diggs.
I'm a realist. No, Stephon Diggs is top 3, but I don't think he's the receiver in the league. He has one.
You
of
know
the best
why
quarterbacks
Devontae
thrown
Adams
to him.
ain't the? You know why Devontae Adams ain't the best receiver in the league no more?
because he's got Carr.
Because he got
Carr's
Derek Carr
going
as a
through.
quarterback.
Had it been almost anyone else, everybody would have been like, hey, you know what, Devontae, yeah. Now he's with Carr. They're like, well, he should have been a third-round draft pick. You know what I mean?
See, I'm a realist. See, anybody else would be like, no, that's my team, that's my quarterback, and da da da. No, I'm a realist. I don't think Carr's that. I think Carr would be great somewhere else. To be honest.
All right. Well, here, let me give you a scenario. Game-winning touch. You got 2 minutes, no touchdown. You need to score. Who do you go to? Who do you rely on more? Derek Carr, Jimmy G, or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Man, come on, bro.
But
Don't be
that ain't
crazy.
even.
I'll take.
Aaron
Not
Hey,
even Jimmy
I'll take
G.
Aaron
There
Rodgers.
was a chance Jimmy G could have scored for you.
I'll take Aaron Rodgers
No,
with our rookie
I'll take-
receivers we have now.
I'll take Carr over Jimmy G.
Oh, well, I don't know. I've seen
I'm
him
not
go
even-
down. I've seen him do this every week where he almost.
Hey, you know what? Let me rephrase that though. Let's go back to that a little bit. You said who would you take in an NFL game without playoffs? I'm definitely taking Aaron Rodgers. In playoffs, I might take Jimmy G.
Okay. All right, and then obviously never take Carr, right?
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, because
Carr
Carr's
can
gonna
stay
get
over
you.
there.
Carr will get you to the 1 yard line.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you guys don't do trades. You got a good little tag team going here. I'm surprised you guys don't do trades with each other.
Hey, they always
No.
be holding me on that, man. They don't want to give me no trades and stuff.
You can't give the 0-2 guy a better lineup, man. That's just. Or I'm sorry, you can't give the 3-0 guy a better lineup to run with, man. He's got to just.
I told you guys, hey, everybody listen to this podcast, man. I got receivers, I got running backs, I got anybody you guys need. You guys can just send me some trades, hit my line. Isaac, don't send me some disrespectful stuff like you did last time because that was horrible.
Yeah, shout out to Isaac and his disrespectful trades. They're every year.
Yeah, trades are horrible, Isaac.
Isaac's just trash in general. But if we're going off of that, trade, brother, I think it's. I'm getting the bad deal, but
Mike,
accept it,
whatever you were trying to say, cut out a little bit and think it was perfect because it sounded like it was a bad trade.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't tell you who I was trading because I'm not that stupid. Because I know how the people in this league work. I'm just saying in general, Luis, I sent you a trade, accept it. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. That's one thing I faulted this year is stop looking at transactions and stuff like that because I've missed a lot of trades already in this league. So I'm gonna start my game up a little bit. I gotta start, looking at it. I felt like I didn't have to because I have a good roster going on right now, and I don't feel like I need to drop anybody personally. But just in case I want to be a little sneak in there real quick and put a little veto out, that won't hurt nobody.
You see, you said it was like I like sneaked this trade in. That shit was there for a whole weekend. I know you're checking that.
No, but you're good though, Mamito. You're pretty damn good. I thought we were good. You're pretty damn good, Mamito. I don't know how you do it, but
yeah, you've had 3 trades. Let's talk about this. You've had 3 trades just recently within the last 2 weeks, huh?
Yep,
and that smile says it all. That's what's killing me here. Is that smile says it all? And the little the body language here just says it all.
You know what's crazy, Mike? Is that he ain't preying on the big dogs, the people that understand crazy fantasy football or that's into fantasy football that are multiple leagues. He's talking about DJ trading with DJ. He's trading with Sean.
Damn.
He's got
DJ didn't trade me, by the way. DJ didn't trade me. I tried. He didn't trade me.
But you're still shooting your shot over there, bro. You're still shooting your shot. You ain't never shot no shot over this way.
He's not stupid. I'm telling you, that's why I said he's good. He knows what he's doing. He ain't stupid.
Isaac's doing the same thing. Isaac's over there, man. You guys might as well pick him off the ground right there on the road and just eat the roadkill, man.
Don't compare me with Isaac and his trades because his trades, every time he does this, the initial trade's so disrespectful, it makes you just sour about any future trade. So you don't even look at it. And then if you do get a good trade from him, he's still taking a lot back. Like, what did he do to Willie last year? He took McCaffrey and he took the back. Oh, no. He gave Willie McCaffrey. Isaac had Hubbard and he could have thrown him in the trade. He goes, nah, Willie won't need him. And then McCaffrey gets hurt. He still gets the starting running back. That's some shady. I saw what he did there.
Hey, he's good, man. He's good. You got to try it at least, huh?
You know what? I've been trading more because my draft wasn't great, but I knew how to kind of maneuver through a couple people. So I did get the trades I wanted. I actually got the guys I really wanted. So I was real happy. Other than Aaron Rodgers, I'm still happy with going forward with them. But I pretty much got guys I wanted.
when
No,
I started looking back, I looked
you know
at
what
it.
you're doing.
Yeah, I looked back at your team again right before we jumped on this podcast, and I says, "Hold up!" I was like, "The fuck?" I was like, "Where'd he get Kareem Hunt from?" And then you get your boy, huh? You get Debo Samuel out of it.
Dude, I got
Jesus
two of my
Christ,
guys.
who the fuck? Hey, Sean,
But-
if you're watching, when you watch this, bro, hit my line too, bro, because I got some trades for your ass.
Hey, I did hit up Sean to ask if he wanted to come on. He said once he gets the dub, he's gonna come on here.
Mamito didn't even trade. Mamito drafted a whole new team.
It's pretty much
Pretty
all
much.
But Mamito drafted a whole new team with the way he traded.
I got two people in my starting lineup right now that are like day one, and everyone else, you know.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I want to be
that's-
just like
that's-
you, Mamito, when I grow up, bro.
That smile, bro, is just that says it all, dude.
I can't wait.
think-
Matter of fact, I can't wait till I see you again, bro. I'm gonna shake your hand when I see you in real life. That's
know
how
what?
good you are.
Shit.
You know what makes it better is I'm playing Michael this week, and I get to really test drive my team out. Like this is the best week I could have laid them out there. We got a couple primetime games. I got Debo and Hill both in primetime. Like I feel real good. Aaron Rodgers is out there. He's starting to look good. If I don't take out Mike this week, then I'm in real trouble. But I see myself taking you out.
I don't think I'm playing. I don't think I'm playing you. I'm playing you. I'm playing DJ. I'm playing Sean. I'm playing. You know, I'm playing
B-Rain.
everybody in the league, but
Yeah.
Christian. Oh yeah, Christian. Yeah, B-Rain. I'm playing all of you. So I mean, if I win this week, then I just beat everybody in the league. That's my
Hey,
take.
hey, except me.
I'm just sponsored by all these
I
other
think
teams.
I might play you twice midnight. So you might be. I might have my shot at you. I don't know. I got to look at it.
That might be the only 2 losses you got all season, but it's gonna come from me.
No, you're not. I guarantee you're gonna have at least 5 losses this season. I can guarantee that.
Hey, what'd you when I called you? What'd you say? You bet $100 that D beats me this week?
I might do that. I think Dustin's gonna
I'm
beat
ready.
you this week.
I'll take that one for sure.
I think Dustin's gonna beat you this week.
Hold on, there's a lot of bets going on here. You said 5 losses?
Mike said I'm gonna predict
I think,
5. He's
yeah.
gonna predict 5 losses.
Ooh, you should make that a bet, an over and
Yeah.
under. I might take you up on that one.
He's gonna have 5 losses this year.
5 or more? Is that what you're saying? It's at least going to be 5?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know about that one, but I definitely take you up on that Dustin one. Sorry, D, you ain't beating me this week, bro.
Hey, surprise of the week though. Dustin's over here. Hey man, he's putting up numbers. You know, his team looked like he didn't look good at the draft, and now it's starting to work out a little more his way.
Right when he was drafting, I was like, "What the hell is going on?" But I mean, looking down at their numbers for the week, I was like, "Okay, they actually played."
Shout out to Dustin because he's points for 388. Right? That's more than Zach Milson. That's about it for all the top guys. But still, he scored more than 90.
Hey, all I can say is nobody's within me with points allowed. Nobody's within 60, 70 points of me. You know, I'm still in the 200s.
Yeah, act like you play defense.
I mean,
yeah,
hey,
but that's Drew. No, Drew thinks but Drew thinks he's out there. Drew thinks he's legitimately out there in this fantasy shit. That's why it's like it's killing me. But
I coach them personally, bro.
I know that's what you think, but you actually think that though.
Hey, don't lie, Peter. You watched all day Sunday football in your breakdown stance, right? You're right there in front of the TV, just ready. Breakdown. All right, I'm ready.
Oh man, I got play
Ready for
sheets.
anybody to
I
come
got
at
play sheets,
No,
and all that stuff.
let me
drawing
find
down
out.
the plays of the offenses, and then I fax them over to the teams.
Find out you wearing your coach's shirt, your potato coach's shirt during the Sunday game. I'll be weak.
Nah, Mamito got
Peanut.
me a
This is Peanut right
coaching
here.
shirt.
Watch this. This Peanut. This Peanut. Every Sunday. All right, guys, we need to run a type 4 over here. Everyone, hey, they got trips covered. Everyone, like I can see this pencil in ear.
Hey.
You know,
I can definitely tell you, I no longer watch a football game as a spectator. I watch it always as a coach. I can never enjoy myself now. It's like, what the hell kind of coverage were they in? Or why do they blitz this side when this side should be here? I mean, that's the biggest thing about taking from football now is I never watch it truly as a fan or a spectator. It's more of a coach now.
so as a
That's
coach,
true.
who's one of the best defenses out there right now? Best secondary, I should say.
Oh man, that's tough. Secondary wise, I would say probably Philadelphia. I like their secondary core.
Yeah, they're deep.
Linebackers and D line wise, Dallas, man, Dallas's defense is nasty. Their blitz packages they come up with, I'm looking at them and I'm drawing shit down from my team too. I'm like, oh, maybe I could run this blitz for my defense.
You don't have a Parsons on there, man. You can't run that same thing.
Hey man, that thing's crazy, man. Their blitz packages. If you watch that last night's game, even though again they're against the Giants, and I mean they're not the best of the line, but man, dude, just their stunts and their packages are coming out of. I mean, with Wilson, and then you got I mean, all these guys on Parson. I mean, it's crazy.
And they just played Cincinnati and they shut them down. And like that defense that's a lockdown defense still.
They're fast to the ball, that's for sure.
Yep, not better than the Niners defense, but it's still up there.
Come on,
man. All right, guys.
Come on, man.
This is the last little bit of it. Anybody want to give some last words before we close this one out?
Nah, I'm just gonna keep to myself. Like I said, if any of y'all want to hit my trade lineup, hit me up. Don't send no stupid stuff over here. If not, I'll keep my 3-0 team running, and we'll keep it going over here.
And Mike, who you think is gonna lose first, Peanut or Isaac?
They're both gonna lose this week.
Ooh,
damn.
They're both losing. What's it? Ivan's being Isaac. I really think Drew thinks I hate on Drew. I really think Dustin's gonna beat Drew. Honestly,
that's a Drew effect, bro. Just because you barely beat Dustin, don't try to Drew effect.
No. I'm being he scores. He scores a consistent amount of points every single week. We've had bad games. You had a bad game this week.
Yeah, because of Swift, bro.
And I had a terrible game. So I'm telling you, Dustin's beating you this week. Isaac's losing. Mamito's losing.
Nah, ain't happening.
Really, hey, I called every matchup last week down to the T except mine. I got mine wrong.
That's what matters.
And Willie gave a shout out to Mamito and was like, "Hey, shout out to Mamito for saying I'm gonna win." When me and Isaac actually said Willie was gonna win, but it's okay. It's okay, Willie. No big deal.
No love there, huh?
It don't
no
matter.
Love there, but
Mike,
okay.
I'm sick of you and your Cricket wireless phone out there with your terrible service.
Man, you got that Metro be booming.
It's probably Crickets because Crickets took over. They took over my phone. They took over my house. They took it all over. That's why. Shit.
Man,
turned into that dude from Men in Black, bro. You got the crickets coming out of your sleeves and shit.
Yeah, they're all over. Man.
Well, all right, man. That's been a good pod. Good having these dudes on. Always like having a conversation with these guys. Tune in. We're gonna do another episode tonight with Isaac and Edward. We'll have that one pushed out. We'll have this one published by the end of the day. Yeah, man, it's been good. Nice having y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.
All right, you too. See you later.